The Tri-Party Agreement is a comprehensive cleanup and compliance agreement for Hanford signed by the U.S. Department of Energy, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, and the State of Washington Department of Ecology. John Price, the Tri-Party Agreement Section Manager for the Washington Department of Ecology, details what is in the agreement and why it is important.
Yeah, so the Tri-Party Agreement is actually, I like to think of it as really three different agreements. So it's a super fund, which is the federal cleanup law. It's a super fund federal facility agreement. So there's a federal executive order that said federal facilities have to negotiate federal facility agreements with EPA. It's also a consent order with the state because the state administers hazardous waste laws. And in 1992, importantly, Congress passed a law which is really important that most people don't pay attention to, the Federal Facility Compliance Act of 1992. And Congress said that it was okay for the Department of Energy and other federal facilities to store radioactive mixed waste longer than a year, as long as they were in compliance with a consent order. And so that's one of the really important purposes of the Tri-Party Agreement, is to be a consent order between the state and Department of Energy for management of waste. And so those are two agreements, a federal facility agreement and a consent order. And then finally the TPA is what I call a get-along agreement, because DOE, Ecology, and EPA have overlapping authorities and responsibilities, and so we could be in conflict with each other all the time if we didn't have a get-along agreement that says, here's how we're going to do our work, and we'll agree to do things in a certain way, even though we may both have authority or responsibility over something. We've got some rules so that we don't get in each other's way.